Hey guys, Reginald Duck here, back today with another deck profile. So for today I've got one of my favourite decks of all time. I played this literally when I was a child. The first Harpie deck came out, I played it. So love this deck, always loved it. Let's get into it. So for the main deck, I've got 3 copies of Harpie Perfumer. It's the best one. It's better than Channeler because it's always level 4, whereas Channeler can sometimes be a level 7, which is actually really irritating. But always level 4, instant rank 4 on its own, or you can make one of synchros, really great. 3 copies of Channeler. Glad this card got a reprint because they were crazy expensive before, so just went to my local tournament store, picked up a load of stuff and then got these. That was nice. So 3 Channeler. 2 Harpist. Just sort of helps maintain advantage. Sometimes you can end up going +4 in the end phase, so this is just part of that. 2 copies of Harpielady 1. You summon this all the time. Elegant Egotist is probably most played card. Just spam it, just keep summoning out these, so it's really great for rank 4s. 1 copy of Harpie Queen. Because I am playing a summoner rank engine, I want to play more spells, and this is an effective spell because you can search a spell card. 2 copies of Summoner Monk. Really great. Gets you into a rank 4. Also, you can discard the Hysteric Sign to go Mega Plus off this card. We are playing a Wind Witch engine, so 3 copies of Ice Spell. It's the best one. You want to open it all the time. You don't open it as much as you'd like, but you know, it is really great. 1 copy of Glass Spell. You don't really want to see this, you want to get it from the deck, it's just part of the combo. And then 1 Wind Witch Snowbell. Really good. You can actually use this without the other cards and just make you like a level 9 synchro, so that's really good. And together they all make like a crystal link. Then you've got 3 Hysteric Sign, really great. You can get both effects off really easily in this deck. You're playing Tornado Dragon, so you can always destroy this in your opponent's turn, having already added the Elegant Egotist off it. 3 copies of Elegant Egotist. You want to open this card, it's just a great extender. It's also searchable, but it's so great you want to play as many as you can. 1 copy of Harpie's Hunting Ground, just to search off the Queen. It comes up occasionally, helps you have an easier back row matchup, but we are siding a few more of these because it is actually really good against like Altergeist for example. 1 copy of Feather Duster. Depends on what you're facing, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. In every other deck it's a side card, but in this you want to main it because even if they don't have any back row, you can discard it for Summoner Monk or for Channeler, so really great card. 1 copy of Called by the Grave. It's at 1, you don't want to get ashed in this deck, especially not on the Summoner Monk because that will just end your turn. So 1 Called by, 1 Double or Nothing. This deck spits out rank 4s really quickly, so just want to play the 1 copy of that. 1 Monster Reborn. I wasn't sure what to play as the 40th card, and with it being a spell card and an extender I thought it'd be really good, so 1 Reborn. Onto the traps. This is where the deck really shines. You've got 3 copies of Harpie's Featherstorm. This card is unbelievably broken. So any of you who don't know what this does, you can basically just stop your opponent from activating monster effects for an entire turn. And then if this card is destroyed while it's set, you can add a Feather Duster from deck or grave to hand. So essentially, you can play this from hand and you just blank your opponent's effects for an entire turn. So it's the reason to play the deck. 3 copies of Red Rain. Quite an odd choice considering it's a Red Dragon Archfiend card, but all it requires is that you control a level 8 synchro. The Harpie is at a level 8 and really easy to make, so you can just flip this, banish all your opponent's monsters essentially. So really fantastic card, and you can search it off. Trap Trick. So 3 copies of Trap Trick. You want to get the Featherstorm first, but if you already got it you can also go for a Red Rain. The card is so good you just want to be able to get extra copies, so Trap Trick. Then lastly, 2 copies of Hysteric Party. This card is unbelievably broken. I would play 3 but it is quite slow, but literally you discard a card, you reborn as many Harpies as you want, so really fantastic. No real drawbacks because even the discard, you're going to discard another Harpie and summon it back, so absolutely fantastic. It helps just close out any games. So that's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. Got 1 copy of Cyber Slash Harpielady. The effect itself isn't that good, but what the card is good because it's easy to make, it's quite high attack, and it's a Harpie, a Winged Beast and a Wind. So it gives you access to all your trap card lineup and can actually be reborn off the Hysteric Party as well. So it's good, but the effect isn't game changing, but it is still really good to have. One copy of High Speed Road Chanbara, really great card, just can do like, I think it's 4 damage or something crazy, just on its own, and it's easy to make because you can just special summon the level 1 tuner. One copy of Wind Pegasus Agnista. This is for climbing into the Crystal Wing. I find this is actually better than the Wind Witch card because although that does damage, it can be ghost ogred, so then you just end up without a Crystal Wing. Whereas this, most of the time going first, you won't use this effect because it destroys back row. Also has an effect in Grave, so if they kill something you can basically just spin a card. So really great, just gives you like an extra bit of grind in your grind game. One copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, really fantastic card, easy to make and can't be destroyed by card effects when you summon it off the Wind Witch engine. Just helps you get immunity to hand traps before you commit your normal summon. This is controversial now, got one copy of Trishula. This card is so good that even though it's hard to make, it's worth it, because a lot of people are playing Mistworm because it's a wind, like the Wind Witches don't lock you into level 5 and higher winds. But this, you can literally just have 2 Harpies and then just summon the Snowbell and then just make a Trish. It comes out of nowhere, it surprises your opponent. I don't think Mistworm's worth playing. I think it doesn't offer any advantage, whereas this, it's an out to Dragoon, it's whatever you need it to be. So you can just get rid of everything and win. Then on to the XYZ's, got a Utopia package. Got one Utopia Double, and one Utopia the Lightning. I do still like Lightning, especially in a rank 4 deck, because it can just out so many cards again. It's another out to Dragoon, so just those 3. And you've got the one Castel. This is actually a gift from a friend. Really good memories about this card. It is not playable. I've had it checked by a judge. He said there was too much star tape holding it together, which is a shame. But I still play it in frienders and stuff. You can still read all the text. So one Castel, one Lightning Chidori. Really great card. It's basically a better Castel a lot of the time, but Castel is a bit bigger, so I wanted to play both. Being able to get rid of a set card and then spin a face up as well, but it goes to the top of the deck. So one Chidori. Tornado Dragon, really essential in this deck. Helps you pop the Hysteric Sign, just get your +3 in the end phase. One copy of Abyss Dweller, really good, just a general rank 4. You can, just depends what you're facing, sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's not. One copy of Cowboy, sometimes you need to just close out a game and, you know, it comes up. One copy of Baguska, it's okay. If you don't know what you're facing, you can just summon a Baguska and it can give you a couple of turns. And then lastly, one copy of Exciton Knight. You never know what you're going to face and you don't know which die rolls you're going to lose, so you just want to be able to stick an Exciton and then just blow your opponent out. So you can literally normal summon a Harpie, activate the Featherstorm from hand, then your opponent can't respond to anything, essentially, with monster effects. You can just make an Exciton and blow them out. So it's really, really good. Then onto the side deck, we've got 2 copies of Nibiru, the Primal Being. I think it's the most impactful hand trap that you don't have to play bricks for. So I was thinking about Gamma, but I didn't want to play any more bricks because you are obviously playing a lot of targets you want to summon from the deck already. So 2 Nibiru, really great. One Pankratops, it's at 1. Helps you with going second again. This deck doesn't struggle going first because as long as you can stick the trap, you're going to win. So one Pankratops. For back row destruction, I've actually gone for in-archetype cards, so I've gone for 2 Dancers. It can basically normal summon and then bounce, then normal summon again, so it just triggers the Harpie's hunting ground. So 2 Dancer, 1 Queen, and 1 hunting ground. So you're already playing 1 of each in the main deck, so it just bumps up to 2 each, helps you really get through that back row. So you just want to clean up any Altergeist matchups, any Eldritch, anything like that. So 1 on 1, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. It's really good because you're playing so many board clear cards, you can literally blank their field and then just either Exciton them, return them all to the deck with like Castel, things like that. So really fantastic card in this deck. 3 copies of Evenly Matched. You don't want to go second, so you want to play as many blowouts as you can, so you can just banish everything face down, win the game easily. And lastly, 2 copies of Goes and Match. I did have this in the main at one point, but I prefer it in the side because you don't know what it's going to be good against, but sometimes you'll just flip it up and you'll automatically win the game. So 2 Goes and to round out the side deck. So this has been my Harpie deck profile. Hope it's been interesting, hope you've all learned something and enjoyed it. So please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.